Yo, Lee Oliver, what's up, brother? It is me, it is DDP. And first of all, happy fucking birthday, bro. Yeah, man, I hope you have an awesome birthday. Let's see, what can I tell you about? I wish next time you got to tell me what stories I've already told you, dude. So I don't repeat anything. So now I got to try to think of something obscure. Let me see. Stories that haven't really been out there. Stories I can actually tell on film. That's the key. Stories I can tell on film. I'll tell you, want to check something out. I heard on Steve Austin's Broken Skull Ranch this week, he had Mick Foley on, and they were telling ribbing DDP stories. And my buddy said they went on for a couple of minutes. They used to love to rib the shit out of me. Oh my God. They would, and back then I would sell it. I'd get so fucking pissed off, and it would just make them laugh so hard. If you get a chance, check it out. You'll get a kick out of that. I gotta watch it. My buddy Garrett told me they were just like Austin, but couldn't stop laughing. But yeah, those sons of bitches, they used to rip the fuck out of me. But it taught me a great lesson, because later on, I mean, I'd be looking for my yoga mat, right? It would be gone. I wouldn't ask anybody. I would just look until I found the fucker, not say a word. You know, maybe, they didn't rib me too hard, but, if you got, back when I was, younger, once I realized, just don't sell it. If you got all of a sudden your bag was, chained or padlocked to some fucking, chair or something, I just wouldn't sell it, man. You couldn't get me to sell shit after spending a year with those two sons of bitches on the road. Oh God. Me and Foley one time, like, we're both Christmas freaks, and that story I don't really tell. And he also, we go in. Now Foley's 9 years younger than me, right? And at the time I'm 36, he's like 25, I guess. And we're going, these little podunk stores in Alabama, and we're both Christmas freaks, and I already know that. But when we're getting some shit at the counter, he grabs a Jim Croce cassette. I'm like, dude, what the fuck do you know about Jim Croce? Like, I'm a kid of the 70s, right? He's like, I love Jim Croce. I go, you're full of shit. He goes, I love Jim Croce. I go, dude, I know every fucking song he ever sang. He goes, so do I. I go, I'm calling you out. And we got in that fucking car, and we sang freaking Jim Croce songs for the next 3 fucking days. Bad Leroy Brown, Time in a Bottle. I mean, fuck, it was ridiculous. I wish we had a fucking one of those cameras, phone cameras back then, because we were doing some serious Jim Croce, car karaoke. Another time we were going past, we'd look for homes that had crazy lights when we were, get to the town, wherever we were going to. And we found this one place, and this was in the most redneck place ever. And the lights were overwhelming, but they were just like thrown up. Like, you knew that these lights weren't put up and then taken down, and then put up again and taken down. This is a place where the lights, more lights. They would like throw the lights probably and have it come around and end on the other side of the tree, then throw another one. But it was lit up like a motherfucking, like a landing pad. And you drove into this little dome area, it was all lights. And you drove through this area. And some of the stuff was pretty cool put together. And me and Mick got out, freaking looking at all the crazy Christmas shit. And it took us like 20 minutes to get through this jar, driving, not walking, driving. It was probably on about 3 acres of land. It was pretty crazy. I had a lot of fun with Foley on the road, him and Steve both. Let's see, but one of the stories, I don't think I've ever told you the story about when Sting came down to save me and he took me up into the rafters. And Eric Bischoff, I'm over his house and he goes, oh, by the way, and we got quite a few beers going by this time. He goes, oh, by the way, Sting's gonna drop out of the ceiling when you're getting your ass kicked by the NWO. You're gonna grab onto him and you're going right up with him. I'm like, okay. And I didn't sell it. Remember? Don't sell shit, right? And Eric goes, so you're not gonna sell that? You'll do it? I go, yeah, I'll do it. You're not worried about that? I'm like, I know I'm not gonna wrap my arms around him and you're gonna pull me up there. Obviously, you've got some idea in mind. And he was pissed that I didn't sell it. But that came from training from Foley and fucking Austin. So we get there. And how they did that, they would attach a rope, like really, like this rope ain't splitting up. Right? This rope is as good as can be. It's kind of rope that, you know, they put on like tugboats that pull out the big friggin', you know, battleships and shit. So that's the rope they're using. And it's taken and it's tied to a forklift. And then they run the rope straight up on one friggin' shot, straight up into the ceiling. And then there's that little round thing, and then it comes straight down. And you'd have a release on it. And remember, this is before anything happened to the one of the greatest guys of all time, Owen Hart. And, you know, what's about to happen and what's about to be said, Owen's not the Blue Blazer at this point. You know, he's not, nothing has happened. So pre all of that. And I tell you what, Owen Hart, that breaks my heart every time I think about it because he was one of the best human beings ever. Like a lot of the boys, they were pretty wild on the road. Not Owen. That cat was steadfast, family man. He was someone to emulate. And he was also the trickster and ripper on the road. I never got to spend any time with him, but I heard about a bunch of them. He might have got me to sell a couple times if we were running together. He might have got me to sell because he would do some pretty outlandish shit. So back to pre any of his unfortunate situation. So I get to the building and they give me this harness and it's friggin' like you pull it in. It's super tight. It's like think of a chick wearing a vest, one of those gimmicks that they wear, but it's strapped all the way up to your neck, all the way around. And on my back, there's like a hook, the hook onto, which Sting will hook onto. So they have me come down. This is during the afternoon. And I lay down on my back, or on my stomach, and they hook the latch to me, and they say, okay, we're gonna pick you up 10 feet and we're gonna stop. I go, okay. Picks me like right off the ground. I'm like, boom. And they're like, okay, now we're gonna take you up in the ceiling. I'm like, no, you're not. And they're like, no, dude, we need to do this. I go, so let me ask you, haven't you done this like 50 times with Sting? They're like, yeah. I go, you don't need me to know. I'll go with Sting. Yeah, but we need to test you with, I go, is Sting here? You're like, no. I go, well, I'm not doing it then. I said, tonight, I'm Frank Sinatra. And he's like, what's that mean? I go, you got one shot at this. That's it. You take me up, that's the last time I go. And they're like, okay. I go, just put me down. I'm gonna do it, but I'm doing it fucking once. So they let me down. I swear to God, I'm not nervous or anything, not at this point yet. So night goes on, can't remember, who was in the ring at the time, but it's the last match. And then the NWO is going to come out like they would do sometimes at the end of the show. And cut a fucking promo with the whole NWO. And the angle is Randy's down there, and we were in the middle of our heated feud of the year, 1997, right? So I'm gonna hit the ring on Randy. Fuck the NWO, and then Hulk's gonna hit me with the belt. I'll fly to the floor. Sting will drop down. Nobody fucks with us. He hooks me, and we go up. That's the plan. So now it's about to happen. And I haven't been seen all night. And Boston Fleet Center, we sold that fucker out like in 10 minutes. So this is the hottest time of my life, 1997. And this is probably the hottest time of wrestling. 97 and 98 are the two hottest, because that's when we were killing it. And WWE was putting out great product by the time 98 came around. So it was the hottest time in wrestling. So I'm standing at the curtain. NWO hasn't gone out or anything. I'm just watching the end of the match. And Hogan comes up from behind me. And he puts his mouth next to my ear and he goes, "Are you scared?" I don't even turn around. I don't sell it, right? Don't sell it. I said, "Not a bit." He said, "You're a fucking liar." I said, "No, I'm not. I'm not worried, Hulk." I said, "At this point in my life, if God chooses to take me now," I said, "I'll be the James Dean of wrestling." And I really thought that. And friggin' Hogan went, "Whoa." He goes, "That's a little too, eerie for me." And he walked away. And I wasn't nervous. They go out, they cut their promo. I get my cue. I come running. The place goes crazy. I slide underneath. I whack fucking Savage. Bam, 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 bam. Scott and Kev come on top of me, start hitting me. I don't sell shit. They fucking walk away like he ain't gonna sell our punches. Like fuck him. They were pissed, but I was jacked up, right? Hogan comes through, hits me with a belt. I fly out of the ring to the floor. Here he comes. The place goes crazy. He hits the ground. He's about to hook me, but now the guys come running at him. And Sting's going, "What the fuck are you doing?" Boom. "Get the fuck away from me." Boom. Now, I'm thinking, wait a minute. This isn't part of the plan. Fucking nobody's supposed to be coming. So now, I start getting scared. And this thing is so tight on me. Now I start into that panic breathing. I'm like, breathe, breathe, breathe. So I'm freaking like, focus, just breathe, breathe. And I finally start to get control. I'm not yet, and Sting's banging, "Get the fuck off me." Boom, boom, boom. He reaches down and he hooks me. And then he must have given a signal because I lift off the ground like 2 feet and just sit there, right? Now he's sitting on me. And I felt like, okay, we're together now. Boom. We go up. The place explodes. My eyes are closed. And I always have these conversations with myself, like the story you tell yourself, right? I say to myself, you're never gonna see this again. Open up your eyes, pussy. And when I open up my eyes, I see 20,000 people going, "Wow, my God." It was crazy. So I get to the fucking top. We get there. And dude, I was like a cat trying to get out of a tub from having to take a cat washing, because the cats hate fucking water. I grabbed that fucking railing and threw myself over the top. So now I'm upside down and my feet are in the air. And Sting is still hovering there. He's just hanging. And there's a white light behind him. And I went, my God, you are really Batman. So that's your story I rarely tell. And it was a crazy experience. You can find it on Nitro. So listen, bro, I hope you have an awesome birthday. I know you wanted, there's only 3 of these left, and the minimum bid was $500, okay? So this right here, minimum, I wouldn't let it go for less than that. One went for $750, and this is what it looks like, and you'll see why. I mean, cost these things had to be like $350 or whatever. This is a porcelain like statue that, you know, comes off the plate, and all the plates are signed, and the little thing goes on the heel. But I believe only like 300 of these were made, maybe 5, but not more than that. And I've got like 5 of them left. So if you want one, hit me at friggin', you know, hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. Yeah, probably Instagram because Lexi gets right back to me, or Twitter, either one, and let me know, and I'll let you know, and I'll get it to you. But that's my favorite thing on the planet, man. And I only put them out there occasionally because eventually they're all going to be gone. So that's the deal on that. And I'm sure you've seen, I know you've seen Resurrection of Jake the Snake. Let you know it's on Amazon Prime if you want to let anybody know about it. And our new documentary, Relentless, is out there too. And that's pretty friggin' amazing. So check that out. They're both on Amazon Prime. All right, brother. Hope you have an awesome day, man. Oh, and one other thing you might be interested in down the line. We're doing retreats done with Mexico this year. I'm building in Panama City Beach, a place on the ocean. Well, the Gulf. I call it the ocean, though. Gorgeous. Place is going to be gorgeous. So you might want to check that out. We're going to do retreats a couple of times a year. So that'll be 2022, though. So if you're on the mailing list, you'll know. All right, brother. Have an awesome day. Don't forget, do your DDPY or else. Bang! See you, bro. I don't ever do 17-minute cameos. See ya.